My name is Rich Russell, and this video is about Inkblots. I write songs, and I've used some Inkblots in some of my songs, and I'm probably going to write a few more and use some more Inkblots. They're a lot of fun, and I really enjoy it, and I hope that you enjoy looking at them. I wanted to say just a brief word here about the history of Inkblots. They do have a history in psychology. Back in 1921, Hermann Rorschach, a Swiss psychiatrist, published a book that had some ink blots in them, and this laid the groundwork for the development of the Rorschach Inkblot Test, which is a commonly used test for assessing personality. Now, the interpretation and scoring of a Rorschach test is well beyond the scope of what I want to do, and is best left to someone trained in clinical psychology or psychiatry. But I like Inkblots because I believe this is an area where art meets science, where art meets psychology. You see, our brain, one of the major functions of our brain is to extract meaning from the sensory stimuli that we are receiving. And in some of these ink blots, there's just enough feature information there that it activates a perception, i.e., we see an object. And that's what I think is really fun. First, I'll show you how I make them, and it's really easy, and then I'll show you some of my favorite ink blots. Okay? So let's look and see how they're made. Now, to make an ink blot, it's very simple. Just a few items you need. Need a sheet of paper, need some ink, need some liquid, and you need some way to put some liquid onto the paper. First thing you do is you fold your paper. I just fold it in half. I just use 8.5 by 11 plain white copier paper. And then you will put a drop. Well, before I do that, let me get some liquid here. You can use water or whatever you have available. I'll sometimes use coffee. I kind of like that brown, little bit of brownish tint that it gives. Really, all you do is you put a dot, a couple of spots of ink on there. You put some water or some coffee or something on there. You fold it over and kind of press it out. That's it. Open it up. Ooh, looky there. Looky there. Then you lay them out. I always let them dry. I lay something on top. I usually use some books to flatten them out and let them dry for a few days, and then they're ready to look at. Okay? Very easy. All right. After we let the ink blots dry for a few days and flatten them out, press them out, now we're ready for my favorite part, which is looking at the ink blots. And some of them, the object comes immediately. Some you have to look at just a little bit, but this is my favorite part. It's almost like treasure hunting. You never know what you're going to find until you put it out there and look at it. So let's look at a few of my favorites. This is one of my favorites here. I call this dog face. Kind of see a dog looking off to the left. See the two eyes there, the snout and the nose. Really like this one. I call this one fish. This one here is interesting. To me, it looks like a wolf kind of sitting up on the back of a kangaroo. Kind of see it sitting up there. This one here I call horse head. This one I always get a chuckle out of when I look at it. I call this one kissing dick birds. Rats. Flapping birds. Elephant head.
kissing chicks. Now, don't get overly excited here. We're talking about poultry.
Well, that was my piece on Inkblots. I hope that you enjoyed it. Until we meet again, bye-bye now.